Welcome everyone to episode 131 of the Looks Like a Movie podcast. My name is Kevin. I'm here with Doug and Owen, and today we're talking about the new Spike Lee film, Highest to Lowest. But first, as always, we can talk about what we watched this past week. Doug,
The new
are
Spike
you
Lee
prepared?
joint,
Yes, the new
actually.
Spike Lee joint. Sorry, it is also like worth noting that we saw the movie like 2 weeks ago, I guess, but we
seven
A
wanted to
years
little
wait
while
until
ago,
ago.
the
yeah.
we wanted to wait until the Apple TV release for all the listeners because the movie did not get a wide release in theaters. Uh,
Okay, what's the day? It's the 7th? Okay, I watched 3 movies this week.
oh,
Um,
okay.
I
Ramping
watched
it up, getting back in the groove.
yeah, all in theaters. I watched, Caught Stealing, the new I
Mm.
should actually talk a little bit about all these just for a second. Caught
Yeah,
Stealing,
caught stealing
the
important.
new, Darren Aronofsky movie. Did either of you guys see this?
Nope.
Um, I thought it had a great trailer. I think the movie is kinda bad.
Oh
Um,
no.
it's very much like a Guy Ritchie thing. Like
Oh
it's like a
no.
yeah, they got like a Guy Ritchie thing
Did
going
you?
on. Just like it's honestly this is gonna sound crazy. It's like a Guy Ritchie, like a classic, like early 2000s, late 90s, like Guy Ritchie kind of thing, like Snatch or something, but like with a less character, with like less like interesting stuff happening. And like Austin Butler's doing, whatever movie star stuff. Zoe Kravitz is in it. She's second build. She's like not in the movie very much. She is bad. She's kind of
Oh
bad in the
no.
movie. Every time she has like all of her line deliveries, I was like, is this really the take we're using? Like, is this the best we got out of Zoe Kravitz?
Did
But
you see this? It was on Twitter. Someone posted this bracket from like an Instagram
Oh
post,
yeah, I
like a
saw
oh
that.
director
yeah,
bracket. Guy Ritchie in the first round beat Paul Thomas Anderson in the vote, and
not
then
insane,
beat
not ridiculous.
Denis Villeneuve in the second vote in the second round, and
Also,
then eventually lost to Christopher Nolan.
I'm gonna be honest. Is Guy Ritchie a better, more interesting director than Denis Villeneuve?
Okay. First of all, no,
But
but second of all, I that one's kind of shocking because the people who
hmm,
you would think are voting on this even didn't pick.
Yeah, that
Like,
is
what is
very
the Guy
bizarre.
Ritchie bias? You know what I mean? Like, how did that?
It's like dads that like Snatch.
I
it's
guess,
Instagram.
but it's like a
Instagram is like
is
a
that?
vortex, like
Yeah.
black hole. Like you don't know how to be in there.
Um,
Yeah, no,
but
it's
yeah,
bad.
Caught
Anyway, I
Stealing.
just thought I'd point it out since you mentioned Guy Ritchie. I was like, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and then, like, big, standout from Caught Stealing, I would say, is, Bad Bunny, who's not in the movie
Yeah,
very much. He's,
he's
As
like, really
expected.
good. He has a lot of
he's.
swag.
Yeah,
Uh,
he should be in every movie, I think.
Oh
That was
yeah,
my
man.
takeaway from watching Happy Gilmore too, was
but I was optimistic for Caught Stealing, and then I didn't really like it,
mhm.
so unfortunate.
What's the other movie you saw in theaters?
I saw Jaws.
I thought it was a new movie. I thought you were gonna say you saw The Roses.
Fuck
The
no. I saw
roses.
Jaws.
Okay.
The roses.
And here's my review of Jaws. We gotta hang Owen. We gotta hang Owen in the town square, bro. We gotta hang Owen and douse him in
That movie
gasoline.
is so good, bro.
That movie is incredible. I honestly
It's
cannot
so
imagine
good.
Owen watching Jaws today and being like, "It fucking sucks."
Bro,
It's
I
like
saw
he
you
Yeah.
would
posted some stills, and I was like, "What is this movie?" I'm
it's
just trying to
Jaws,
find.
bro. Yeah, it's really fucking good, dude.
What is this?
Yeah, that was bait. That was bait for you, bitch.
Oh,
It's
it's
fucking
fucking
Jaws.
real.
Oh, that
Yeah,
movie's so
incredible
good.
clap in that fucking movie. That movie
We're talking about him later, right? That's a hilarious story.
Are we?
Did you not put that in the news? If you didn't put that in the news, we have to talk
Oh, the
about that.
Call of Duty? Yeah, we'll talk about that later. I'll bring it up if you want.
Oh,
We have
okay.
to talk about
I did
that.
not include that in the news, but
That
yeah, if
is
you wanna
the
bring it
most
up.
ridiculous thing I've ever
Yeah.
heard of in my
I
life.
was talking about it yesterday, and I forgot to include it in the news.
We have to talk about that later. That shit is
Um,
Anyway.
insane.
but Jaws is fantastic. Not my favorite, here's my now hear my simmer
Okay,
of that.
yeah, let's go back to the down to earth.
Not my favorite Spielberg. I
Okay.
even like the classic golden era Spielberg, I like Raiders more. Um, and
Yeah,
I
you're a
like
big Indiana Jones guy, though.
yeah, it's like Star Wars. It's like Star Wars. It's like
Yeah.
George Lucas for George Lucas
Yeah.
rocks. Um, and
I'm not saying it like a negative thing.
And I even like some of like the new Spielberg a little bit. Like I love like West Side Story is so good. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, Jaws is great. I love in Jaws when he goes, "We're gonna need a bigger boat." It's so
He
good.
does
Yeah.
say that,
He
yeah.
does
He
say that.
does
It's
say
sick.
that, and you know what? It rocks.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. And then I saw The Conjuring: Last Rites last night.
Right.
way too late. I was like, "Do you want to go to a late screening?" And then I got there and I was like, "I'm fucking sleepy." um, but yeah, it's okay. It's really good. um,
Okay.
there was a moment during it where I was like, "Bro, is this the second best Conjuring movie?" I was kind of like, I was really like, "This is so good." Um, the ending is a little silly, but like for the bulk of it, like it's so slick. It's so like really slick filmmaking. There's some really incredible set pieces in it. Like there's this set piece. There's a scene where the daughter of the family that's being like haunted, right? Like one of the daughters, she is like looking at a VHS or VCRs. Yeah, VHS, like VCR recording, like home video of this moment that happened earlier in the movie where like a parent, like the first paranormal thing happened to her, and it was confusing. But she was like going frame by frame on the CRTV watching this VCR, and she like and like she's going. It's like so long, and she's like. You see like her reflection of her watching the TV in the TV while she's going frame by frame on this like shitty looking like CRT VHS tape, and like she keeps like pausing. She's like, "Wait, what is that?" And she keeps pausing and then barely missing it, and then she pauses it, and then it like holds, and there's like a demon face just there. And it's like so, it's so like it's so well done. It's so incredible. It's like it's so one of the best like little like scare set pieces in any of these Conjuring movies. And then there's another moment kind of early on when the family's being haunted, where the mom, I think, is like doing laundry, and they do this classic like
We lost Doug. We lost him.
No,
He got,
no.
he got conjured. Oh, he's back.
Okay, yes.
how long was I gone?
Only
Like
for
5
like 5
seconds.
seconds.
Oh God. Okay. There's this moment toward. God, that's so frustrating. There's this moment towards the end where, like, towards the beginning, where the mom is like doing laundry and it's dark, and it's like dark in the basement, and there's this classic thing that's in a ton of modern horror movies where like you see like a demon or like a ghost in the corner in the shadow, right? And then you flick the lights on and then it's gone. They do that bit exactly, but she like sees the guy in the corner and it's fucking scary, but then she like is staring at it. And it's like 30 seconds she's like staring at it, and then she's like slowly walking away from it and like looking for the light, and it's like it's so well done. Just like stuff like that. It's really good. The movie opens up with like young Patrick Wilson, like they like recast Patrick Wilson and Vera Fleming as like different actors to play the young
Not her
versions of
name.
them. What's her name?
Vera Farmiga.
Vera Farmiga. Who's Vera Fleming? Is that a person?
I
I feel
may
like it
think of
is. I feel like it is. I don't.
Yeah, Vera Farmiga.
Yeah,
Both
she is.
incredible,
It's
but
different.
they have like silly guys, and it's like like
when you
like
Google Vera Fleming, Vera Farmiga pops up as like a typo.
they and it's like the first 10 minutes of the movie, it's like that like different actors playing these characters. It's silly. It's really good though. I really like it. It's like too, it's a little bit too like Avengers Endgame like finale,
Yeah, I saw that in your review.
but it's cool. It's cool. I like the movies.
Best horror movie of the year.
What else is in contention? I mean,
Sinners 28 years later.
okay, those are both better for sure.
Final Destination
Better
Bloodlines.
than Final Destination, I would say.
Better than Weapons, I'm assuming. The Woman
Yeah, I
in the
like the Woman in
Yard.
I would say it's like on the level of Woman in the Yard, I would say. I like them for
Yeah.
different reasons, but I would say it's like in there for me.
Yeah. Everything else on the list is probably not moving. I mean, The Shrouds, if you're counting
That doesn't
this
count.
year.
That's not a horror movie.
Yeah, sure. That's a
That's
genre
just
stuff.
real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that literally just is real life. Okay, Owen.
Okay. I watched Thelma, which I've been thinking about it while you were talking, and I think it's like Joaquin Trier's M. Night Shyamalan movie. Um,
Interesting.
it's very different from the two other ones I've seen. It's like it's a horror movie, but also it's like very. I don't know. You've seen this one, Kevin, right?
No,
No. Oh,
I don't-
okay. Yeah. No, it's
I'm
like
not.
religious lesbian horror superhero movie. It's like it's like insane. Very different in like in terms of a uh I mean it's not really a genre movie, but just like a type of movie than the other ones I've seen from him. But it still has like his kind of style, and you can tell it's the same filmmaker. It's just they're very different movies than something like The Worst Person in the World. But I
Yeah.
did really enjoy that. I
I was
liked
like,
that one and The Worst Person in the World, probably the two. I saw the other was it August 31st.
yeah,
I
and you
like that
didn't
a
like that
little
one as
less.
much.
It was fine. I liked it. It's just I kind of prefer these other two more, but I'm excited to see Sentimental Value.
Yeah,
Uh,
I had to like fact
soon.
check and be like, why did Owen think I saw Thelma? And then I looked it up on Letterboxd, and I have seen the Thelma that came out last
Oh,
year with Tim and Squid.
no, I knew you've seen. I think you've seen the other
Yeah,
two I've seen, so I probably got
right.
that mixed up. But no, I didn't think that because of the other
I was like, I had to look
Thelma.
up Thelma and be like, have I
But
seen
it is
Thelma?
very. I mean, I haven't seen the newer one or the one that came out 2024. Very different movies, it seems, on
Yeah, I'd
the outside
imagine.
looking
If I
in.
had to guess, probably different in quality too.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
Is Joaquin Trier one of your guys?
I don't really say one of my
he's
guys, just a
phenomenal.
guy that I'm watching recently.
We're
But
gonna
I
also talk
do.
about him at the end of the episode.
He's interesting, because he's very like it's very competent formally, just not
Mhm.
maybe like it's not formally like exactly my thing, but I do think like
Yeah, average
narrative.
European festival dude.
Yeah, I would say that. I feel like that's like it's very European festival, but I think especially Thelma and Worst Person in the World, like narratively, I think he's very interesting. And I'm interested to see the new
Is
one,
he?
especially because it has like Elle Fanning and Scott
Yes.
Stewart and
Yeah.
like that's really cool.
Working with much better actor. Well,
No,
that's
Oh,
no, 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 no,
what?
no,
No, whoa!
no, no. Working with much bigger actors.
what's this? There's a guy in that he yes, that is true. The bigger actors. I forget his name, but he's in
Anders Danielson Lee.
yeah, he's really
My goat.
good. And then Hans Olav Brenner is I literally like him in Oslo August those two in August 31st are really good. Oh, of course, Renee Visa she's really cool. I haven't seen her in other things, but I want to see her in other things.
Yeah, you should
So
watch
yeah,
A Different
I
Man.
actually do think. I mean, yes, of course, these are lesser known actors, but I do think they're really good. Which is something that like all his movies that I've seen, like the performances are really great. Uh, and then I watched Marriage Story, which I actually did like
let's
more
get
than I
into it.
thought I was going to. It's definitely the best Noah film that I've seen. Like clearly, like I watched what's the fucking one I watched recently? The Meyerowitz stories. It is like night and day better than that movie. But also I remember when I watched that movie, I came on here and I was like, the scene with Adam Driver is the best scene in that movie. Because Adam Driver like is just yeah, he's a better actor than like Ben Stiller. I don't know. But
He's the
yeah,
Yeah,
best
not a
actor in the
it's
crazy thing to
world.
fucking
say.
Yeah,
it's
he's just
fucking
like
unreal.
the
So yeah, I think he kind of just gets to like fucking eat the scene here. I mean,
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson as well, like unreal
No,
performances.
yeah.
But I think in terms of even like a remove them, I think just in terms of Noah's writing and directing, I think it's just all better here. And yeah, I don't know. I like this movie more. I thought it was funny because at the the movie Adam Driver, like the whole movie is like I was I was a director in my 20s and everything was great, and now my life sucks. And I was like, this is funny. I don't know. There's something about that was like, okay. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have too much to say about it other than like it's his best movie. And it's pretty good. I don't know how I'm gonna I feel like Jay Kelly, I'm not gonna I don't know. People are
Yeah,
kind of I'm not sure about how I'm gonna feel about that one. I haven't seen Francis Ha in a long time, but I do remember liking that. But ultimately, like same sort of thing where it's like with Adam Driver being so good here, I really do like Greta as an actress. I think she's really good in that movie.
She's really good in White Noise.
No, that's
yeah,
a
Owen loves that
that's a
movie.
great one.
I love that movie.
I watched some short film stuff. Then I rewatched The Stepfather. I had Kevin watch this as well, just as some like research prep. Um, really
Yeah,
like
not to give too much away.
insane. Yeah, really insane fucking movie. Um, crazy kind of tonal balance as well. Terry
Yeah.
O'Quinn is the lead here, and he's like both hilarious and like the creepiest fucking like scariest fucking guy ever. And there's some like brutal stuff. Like the opening of that movie is very like dark. But all yeah, it's very kind of crazy tonal balance. Really awesome Hitchcocky kind of slasher from the 80s. And then to kind of go off that, me and Cameron were talking about Shadow of a Doubt because that was something that was referenced in some reviews and something that was kind of tied to uh, as a kind of companion piece for not only The Stepfather but also Trap, which is something we were talking about. And that is a fucking unreal movie. Really, really great Hitchcock that I hadn't seen yet. Um, really, really smart fucking movie. Really, really smart movie. And also it was like I've been watching a lot of like random bullshit recently and also like not a lot of stuff. So just like there's some shots in that movie that I was like, oh, this is what I'm talking about. We're back to fucking, real just like simple stuff. Like there's a girl like reading a book and then like another guy in the frame and it's like framed like the most insane shit ever. So really enjoyed Shadow of a Doubt. And then I rewatched Before Sunrise.
Oh,
I've seen this movie quite a bit. I feel like I watch it like every year. But it was something that I kind of didn't it was something in my mind when we were writing, but I didn't really want to like go rewatch it because it felt like the immediate movie that you would like if someone was like didn't haven't seen a lot of movies, but watched some movies. If we talked about, oh, we're doing this movie where a lot of people talk, and like there's like two people talking, and they're like, it's a Linklater. You immediately jump to that, and of course Linklater is always kind of an inspiration, but I didn't want to like make it more than it needed it to be. But now that I'm finished with that, I can kind of go back to it, and it definitely, I don't know, it's just on my mind recently. I was like, let's throw it on. I mean, great movie, love that movie. And then I rewatched Possession because I hadn't seen this in like 3 years. Um, and that movie's crazy. That movie's so
no, speak on it. Speak on it.
really. Every time I only seen it twice, and I really like I leave the movie like not having a lot of words, but then like just a lot of feelings. Unreal performances. But I kind of forgot a lot about the beats of the movie. Um,
Yeah, the narrative,
Poor
like,
Bob, man. That
uh,
kid is poor kid, man. I like at this time I was like, that poor Bob. He's
so
just
much
this
of
baby.
Possession is like so iconic and so like in like the culture like just like
Yeah.
forever, right? And what isn't is like the narrative of that movie, like the actual things that happen. Because
Yeah.
every time I watch it, I always like, for example, I not to spoil Possession, I always forget that it's a double movie. I always forget that he's playing two fucking characters in that movie. Every time I
Yeah.
watch it, I'm always like, oh
Well, I
right.
was that stuff I was really interested in, and there were some ideas that I had with that. She is like quite when she's playing Helen, her like the green like fucking eyes are so
No, her
crazy.
contacts are
She
scary.
looks so
Yeah.
crazy. But yeah, that movie rules. I Yeah, I think that movie's great, and I'm happy that I rewatched it because I have a better kind of understanding of the movie, even if still it's like not really something that I can totally put into words. I feel uh I got more of it that time. Also, I really fucking there's it's like the scene where the fucking guy is like inspecting the house and she just like drops the fucking wine bottle. I don't know why that scene in particular. Yeah, I was like that's just so fucking funny. Um, I don't know that scene stuck with me this time, but that is my week. A little more movie watching as we kind of get more back into things.
Yeah. As we get back in the flow. I didn't do that much movie watching. Speaking of rewatching Richard Linklater movies, I rewatched Dazed and Confused because my friend had never seen it. So I was like, "Oh, you should watch Dazed and Confused," and I wasn't doing anything, so I joined him. Um, and that movie's great as always. I rewatched Jennifer's Body. because I'm trying to get back into. I'm starting the Halloween season early as always, and my girlfriend and I made a little watch list of all the movies that we want to see, and she had not seen Jennifer's Body, so that felt like something that someone has to experience at some point. Really fun movie, really good time. And then I watched The Stepfather, which I had not seen because Owen recommended it to me. Like he said, I did not get around to Shadow of a Doubt because NBA 2K26 came out this weekend, and I have not been watching really anything since that was released.
You're like in an
Yeah,
abusive
it's like an
relationship.
emotionally abusive relationship.
Well, it's
Me
a
and
financially abusive relationship as well. It's
that
like
too. Yeah, no, and it's like, and it's so dumb. I just, but you know what? And I already like I made my player. My player's already up to like an 82 overall, and I'm just like, man, this guy's not even good. I'm like, I'm gonna have to spend money again on a new guy. You know what I mean? And but now I can't. Now I'm already in too deep, so I got to spend money on this guy so that I could get him to a higher overall, so that I could spend money on the next guy. And it's just like they really know how to abuse you. They really know how to empty your pockets. Keep in mind, just took out a loan for grad school, so I really don't need to be spending money on 2K. But um, what can you do? It's 2K. It gets me
person,
every year.
what can you do?
The Stepfather though was good. I mean, everything Owen said, it was like a really strange tonal clash in like a super fun way. It had a lot of like 80s horror movie stuff in there that I was just like a huge fan of. I texted Owen like as soon as the movie started and like the score kicked in, and I was just like,
Yeah,
man, movies
really,
don't sound like that anymore.
really great.
Like listening to like those like the 80s, 70s horror movie scores. It's like very like Halloween vibes. I'm just like, this is a lot of fun. But yeah, echoing everything Owen said, great performances, fun movie. And now I'm gonna have to watch Shadow of a Doubt at some point soon here, since that's both, I guess, inspiration for The Stepfather, but also, like Owen mentioned, Trap, which is a favorite of ours here on the podcast. But that's it. That was my week. We could talk about Highest to Lowest, which is a Spike Lee reimagining of Akira Kurosawa's High and Low. Doug
Owen. Oh,
yeah. Owen, have you seen High
I
and
was gonna say,
Low?
have you seen High and Low?
No, I
I
feel like
think so.
it was
Yeah.
something that I was like I should do this, and I wanted to do it. I intended to do it before we saw Highest to Low, or before I saw Highest to Lowest, and
Yeah.
then
You're
of
busy.
course Highest to Lowest
Yeah. You
came
were
out
busy.
during when we were making the movie, and we ended up seeing it in the middle of production.
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
couldn't just like sit down and
So
watch
I was
another.
there was not time for me to see it.
Yeah.
I intend to see it soon. And I almost I wanted to try and actually maybe see it
You know
before
what
the
I will
podcast,
say,
but
as somebody
um
who also did not, well, I have seen High and Low before, but I was going to rewatch it
yeah.
before we went to see it together. And Doug can tell me if this is stupid, but from my perspective, I was like about to rewatch it before I left to drive up to you, Owen, and then not have a chance to watch it. And the reason why I didn't was because I was like, I don't really know that I like. I was like, maybe I'll watch it after I see Highest to Lowest, and like now I could, because I was like, if I watch it before Highest to Low, like what's the point? It's like I'm not gonna think that Highest to Lowest is better than High and Low. You know what I mean? So it's like I'd rather
Correct.
just
You will not
watch
think
it.
that.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I'd rather just watch it, and then I could go back and rewatch High and Low like as its own thing down the
The
road.
the differences are really interesting, and I think speak
Yeah,
a lot to Spike Lee as a person. Um,
yeah, yeah. We
uh,
can talk about it.
yeah, it is notable to say that the entire second act of High and Low, does not happen in Highest to Lowest.
Yeah,
So it's interesting. It is yeah. Okay. Um, I haven't seen The Five Bloods. The last Spike Lee movie I saw was uh
Black Klansman.
yeah, Black Klansman.
Same.
What okay.
Well, that's also something that I was thinking about when like kind of doing my early morning, like what am I gonna talk about? Is I've seen three Spike Lee movies, and the last one I've seen like that came out was Bamboozled, which came out in 2000. So like I
Wow.
have like no concept of
Wow.
like his recent
Yeah.
work, which is
Much more
why
pop
like
than
when
Vin
I
Diesel's.
went into this, I didn't really have any like I had no idea what the fuck the movie was gonna be like because I've seen Do the Right Thing, right? But like that movie came out so long, like it's like that's just a different human being who made that movie.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah, I really had no
You should
idea
watch.
what it would be like. There's some that I like have intentions to view,
Well, Black
but I just
Klansman
haven't.
has your boys in it. Those are your guys in Black
Yeah,
Yeah,
Klansman.
Topher
Black
Grace.
Klansman
Topher Grace is in
has.
there.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Adam Driver.
Yeah, but so a lot of like the stylistic stuff, I was there's just I didn't know what really to expect from that point. But also this is his first movie in a bit, I feel like too, just in general.
Like
Yeah,
5
I
years,
mean,
right?
it's been
Yeah.
5 years since The Five Bloods was on, and that was a Netflix movie and a pandemic movie, so it kind
Yeah,
of got
so
overshadowed. The last thing people really like that had a footprint was Black Klansman. Like
Black
that was
Klansman
kind
was a
of
really big
what
deal,
that was
but that was a long
2017.
time ago.
it
Yeah,
was
that
a
was a
big
really
deal. It
long
was an
time
Oscar
ago.
winner.
Yeah.
So that was the 2018, I think. But
2018. Yeah.
This
yeah,
movie's not a big deal, but it's like a lot of people are like seeing it and talking about it, I think.
highest to lowest.
Considered its
Yeah, High to
release
Lowest.
in the way that it's like not
considering
it
its
is getting
release, it
decent
definitely
word of mouth.
is getting more attention than you would. I mean, in the box office, maybe not, but hopefully. And again, Apple
yeah.
TV is probably like the worst platform to release a movie onto 2 weeks after its theatrical run, because I'd imagine if I were going to just like poll people that I know and ask them what streaming services they have, like at least of the major ones, Apple TV would probably be at the bottom. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't have Apple TV.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like most people don't, unless maybe it comes with like some subscription service you already have, like you got it for free with your iPhone or something. But like, I don't think people are using Apple TV. I'd imagine it's popular among the like older crowd though, and that is also true of Denzel starring movies.
True.
So
It's funny.
there's some crossover there.
What is it with Martin Scorsese and Spike Lee where it's like they can't make a movie normally? They need to get these like tech. They need to get tech money to get
Yeah,
their
they need
movies
Apple
made.
TV.
Yeah, at least like for Martin Scorsese, I guess it makes a little bit of sense because like he's only interested in making like really expensive movies, right? But like
Spike Lee, it's confusing because well, like you said, Black Klansman was pretty big success.
it was a really big deal culturally. Like
Yeah.
people were talking, like mainstream media was like talking about that movie. It was like
And then on top of that, now you're reuniting with Denzel, who is like a guaranteed box office star. It's weird. I remember I was listening to The Big Picture and they were reading through Denzel's like box office results, and for like his last 10 plus movies, it's just like every movie makes 150 million plus. It's just like guaranteed money. And then for this movie to not have a wide release is kind of, and of course it's like this would be smaller than The Equalizer or whatever, but it so easily could have made money with a wide release, like could have made a good profit with a wide release. So yeah, it is strange that I don't know, because he's just like such a like guaranteed movie star. Like it's
I saw it in a sold out theater. Yeah, I saw it in a sold out theater. And
yeah, we did not.
I'll go a step further. I saw it in a sold out theater, and I'm pretty sure me and my sister were the only white people in the theater. So it's like it's also it's like hitting a demographic that's not usually like hit with like big movies. It's like it should have been wider. It would have made so much money if it went wider. People want to see something like this.
Yeah, it's also got a huge star in the form of A$AP Rocky in it also.
Very famous person for sure.
Yeah.
Ice Spice is in the movie.
Ice Spice is in the movie for a scene.
I really
so
like funny because when that was announced, it was like Ice Spice starring in the thing, and I think like even like pretty recently, it was like Ice Spice is in this movie, and then she's in one scene.
I kind of assumed she would be like, I knew that she wasn't going to be in a lot of the movie, but when they announced it, I assumed she would be like A$AP Rocky's girlfriend or like some character or like some musician that's like important to the story.
Yeah,
she like didn't have to be there. Like she's just like,
it's like cool little cameo, but it's very
funny. No, it's funny as a cameo, of course.
It was announced
like
in you know
I thought she was gonna be like the fifth lead or something. Like I thought she'd have like a, you know,
Yeah.
at least a
No,
couple
there was like levels of like
lines.
maybe not outrage is like a strong thing to say, but like
Outrage.
there were levels of people being like, "What the hell? Why is Ice Spice in this movie?" As like
Yeah.
why is like Ice Spice like leading this Spike Lee movie? People were like super upset. And
Yeah.
it's a cameo thing.
While we're on the
Cameo.
topic of the
Why a cameo for Max?
okay. While we're on the topic of the cast, let's stick on that path. Are you guys have either standouts or the opposite in this cast? I've seen a lot of
Um,
complaints about some
there's
of
a
the
weird
performances,
there's a
but
weird mix of talent in this
yeah.
movie where some people are like really going crazy, and then some people are like, this is like TV like
Right.
stuff going on here.
I'll okay. I have a take.
Okay.
I hope you're not going to say what I think you're going to say.
Everyone's kind of bad other than Denzel.
Okay, that's like not what I thought you were going to say, but also still to the point. I was hoping that you wouldn't shit on Jeffrey Wright, and it seems that he's
Everybody hates
included.
Jeffrey Wright.
It seems that he's included in that mix, and I don't agree with that.
I really okay. I really liked the movie when I first saw it. I think I like it less as time has moved on, but I still like it. I
Uh-huh.
it's a really weird movie.
It's a
It's
weird movie.
really
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
I mean, and I
Yeah.
think what Owen would said is true. It is like a mix of what you'd consider TV acting with like, you know, next to
Like
Denzel
his kid
or
is like it feels like
yeah,
I'm
I
watching
mean
like the
this
Space
His
Jam movie
kid
with
and
LeBron's
his
kid.
wife.
It's like
Like,
yeah,
yeah, no, not I mean rough.
not
I think Jeffrey Wright is really fun. I think him and Denzel
Jeffrey Wright
together.
goes,
Oh,
"Mayhem,
no,
bitch."
it's ridiculous. It's
yeah,
very ridiculous, but I think it's like that's kind of the fun of the movie a little bit.
right.
It's a very it it's like Spike Lee's Megalopolis in a bit of ways. Like
It
Yeah,
is kind
it
of.
is super like old man yelling kind of
yeah,
movie in a way that like is
Yeah.
messy and muddy, but also like very fascinating. Um,
Oh, Spike Lee's Megalopolis
so
is actually such a good way of putting it. It really is.
Um, so yeah,
yeah,
I don't know. I had a lot of fun with this. It's not perfect by any
yeah,
means, but I really did enjoy it. When the opening title sequence, like the oh what a beautiful like that, like that is I don't know. I really felt like okay, we're like really going for something here. I love that opening
yeah.
sequence. And then yeah, Denzel. I mean, it's Denzel.
He's great.
You know,
Just yeah,
I
that's
don't
like
know,
not even really up for debate. I think to
right?
your point about Spike Lee's Megalopolis, that's probably my. This is like a. It's like hard to quantify this and like even like judge a movie based on this alone. But perhaps depending on the director, I show more favoritism to it. To me, my favorite thing about the movie is that it's just like so unapologetically what you explained. Like it just like is unapologetically like like Spike Lee making a movie about that. You know what I mean? It's like it's
Yeah,
so like you can't mistake it. And if a different director that I don't like made a movie like that, like you know,
sure.
like if they were unapologetically themselves, I'd be like, this is annoying. But
Yeah,
like
what Adam McKay's Highest to Lowest?
exactly. It's like if Adam McKay made a movie and the reviews were this is unapologetically an Adam McKay movie, I would be terrified to go see that movie. But like unapologetically a Spike Lee movie is like the best thing I could say about a movie from my perspective. Like I love that. I love that there are like scenes like Owen said where it's like old man yelling at clouds about fucking you know like kids using their phones too much or whatever. Like I love that there are like 40 scenes that where he's just like, yeah, Boston sucks. He's just like, yeah, let's make this about the Knicks or whatever. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I just like I think that's funny, and I like everything he's. I mean, I love even like some jokes where it's like I don't know like how to process what he means by this, like or whose idea it was, but when they do like the A24 joke like on the door, I'm just like,
Yeah,
that's like such a funny thing to include. And I
It's
feel like
so
that's like
fucking
Spike Lee like
ridiculous.
doing a gag, and I'm like, that's funny to me. Like, I don't know, I like that a lot. And even with like, not to spoil like too late in the movie, but even like when Denzel and ASAP Rocky get into like a full blown like rap battle, I'm just like, if this was in another movie directed by anybody else, I'd probably think this is like a little bit bad.
it's very old
And I
man,
love it.
like yeah.
I thought that scene was aw like, I was literally, like, floating in my seat watching that. I was like, "This is aw," but if Spike Lee didn't direct it, I'd be like, "This is fucking stupid," you know what I mean?
Right.
But he did direct it, so it's kinda great, like, I don't know, that's my biggest takeaway from the movie is just, like, little things like that. I'm like, "Yeah, it's a weird movie, and it just really wouldn't work if anybody else tried to make it," but because he made it, I'm just like, "Yeah, I'll watch it for 2 hours, like, I'll join him on the ride with whatever the fuck he's he's saying here."
It is, w people, online identified it as, like, an Unk movie, as, like, Unk
Yeah,
cinema,
yeah,
just because it is, like it's, like, Denzel is so old and playing, like, an old guy, and then Jeffrey Wright's in a bunch of it, also just playing, like, an old guy, and the bad guy is, like, a young man, and I think, the differences from the Akira Kurosawa movie also play into that. Okay, so Owen,
Yes.
in in, uh in High and Low, um, the main character who played by the businessman played by Mifune,
mhm,
uh, he is not in like that much of the movie. He's like a big deal. Like he's like a important part of
In
the
the
plot at the
beginning.
beginning of the film,
Yeah.
right? And then the second act happens, and the police take over. He's not a part of the investigation. It's like the police.
Mhm.
But, like,
yeah,
by changing the narrative of the film by being like, the police are totally incompetent and not able to do this, which is fine, that's a fine, like, perspective
Yeah,
to
no.
have,
yeah,
but then being like, "Oh, the businessman is actually going to be, like, the hero and take matters
right.
into his own hands and do it." That changes the politics of the film too, in a
Yeah,
in a
it's
way that's
For
not
sure.
interesting, right? Like
it's confusing.
yeah.
It is like and there's, like, weird things too where it's like and again, I would probably assume that they're more, like, there for jokes and gags than they are, like, really, like, getting down to the nitty-gritty of what the movie's about, but then there's, like, I think Kamala Harris is, like, on the wall in a scene, like, or, like, a poster of
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Kamala
a
Harris is
big
there
poster.
and stuff like that, and it's just, like it starts to get where it's, like, it is this kind of, like, like black excellence, like billionaire type person that like makes it kind of confusing
Well,
to like
and, like, I made my money, I, like, deserve my money,
yeah
uh I don't know, it's interesting.
yeah
It's a
and then it's
little, like
ultimately it's like it is like kind of about Spike Lee too
Mhm.
and like when
Yeah.
you look at it that way and like and you look at his relationship to the or Denzel's character's relationship to like the art and him and like the ending of the movie and him being like I'm gonna do this smaller label and like go back to the roots or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. It's just confusing from the perspective of like guy who's like a huge billionaire like music producer.
yeah.
It's yeah, I don't know.
Well, and then also changing the motivation from the kidnapper is interesting too, because, like, I in the original, in High and Low, he's so far removed from the
Yeah,
businessman, where it's like, his motivation in the Akira Kurosawa movie is, like, he lives in the slums below his house, and his house is on this big hill, and he sees it from
yeah,
his window every time he wakes up, and he's like, "I hate this fucking rich fucker while I have to live in the
yeah,
slums." That's like his entire motivation in the old movie. And this one, he changed it so where, like, ASAP Rocky, like, was obsessed with him, like, was, like, as, like, a
yeah,
celebrity, and was like,
Yeah.
I loved you," and it's like, that's also like, it changes the politics of the movie. It's just
yeah.
it's weird.
All
Um,
of it's a little confusing. And I kind of was thinking about because I think did you see this movie before us, Doug?
Yeah.
yeah, I did.
Yeah. Because I feel like I remember you saying something about the politics of the movie when to me, and then I watched the movie like with that already in mind. And so during the whole thing, I was just like, I'm gonna try to ignore that and just like have a good time because the movie, yeah, I don't know. It's
I,
strange. I think it's one of those things where if you think about it too much, it just makes the movie like bad, almost like just kind of like straight up.
no,
Uh,
I like
I
the
don't know.
movie. I do like the movie. I think my take was like I don't know what the right analysis is. You
Yeah,
know, I don't know what the right analysis is because also I don't want to say like because part of what makes it interesting too is that I think, and maybe that's just my interpretation, but like the Denzel's character in Highest to Lowest is unlikable, is like not a desirable guy. I
yeah,
would say I would say he is a less desirable person, like morally than Mifune's character in High and Low, the businessman in the original. Because the businessman
yeah,
in the original, he's like really torn up about it, and he's like, we gotta pay the guy, you know. He's like, fuck it, we
yeah,
gotta do it. And in this one, Denzel was like, it's my money. It's my money.
yeah. It's he
It's
kind
my
of gets, yeah. He it
and
takes
it's
a
like
lot of convincing.
it's strange. It's so strange.
Yeah, I was reading a review where like to that point, somebody mentioned that like Jeffrey Wright is kind of the moral center of the movie, and like once the story, like when you get to the end of the story and the Jeffrey Wright part is like wrapped up, all of it emotionally is just like a lot less relevant, you know? Um, and I don't really disagree with that sentiment because I do kind of agree with what you're saying, which is like, yeah, maybe you're not like this is like a weird character where he's like the hero and the villain. And I did kind of find myself drawn to the Jeffrey Wright stuff a lot. Not that I didn't like the ending because I did. But I get what they're saying. Like morally, like Jeffrey Wright is the moral center of the movie.
Yeah, but at the end of the movie, I'm trying to remember specifically. At the end, because it's been a couple weeks since I've seen it. At the end of the
Yeah.
movie, where it's Jeffrey Wright is in the hospital, there's like a moment between him and Denzel that made me really sad. And it made me sad because it was like, oh, Jeffrey Wright is still poor. Like Jeffrey
Yeah.
Wright, like all of this stuff happened, and Jeffrey Wright's situation has not changed. He's still like not a wealthy guy. He got shot
Yeah.
for like no like ostensibly for like no like his life is like in shambles and it's so much worse now for like no reason basically, right? Like
Yeah.
he's like Jeffrey Wright has only lost throughout the story and has not gained anything. And it just made me very sad because the Denzel character had like really limited meaningful empathy for him. He was too masculine. He was so masculine.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
Yeah. No,
What do
it's
you guys
strange.
think?
I agree. I think on the subject of just how strange and weird the movie feels, I wanted to ask you guys both about it as like uh a music movie and the
Oh,
music in the
yes.
movie, but then also the score. If you guys have opinions on either of those things.
I I'll come out of we do need to talk about this. I like the score.
Yeah.
I will say that was one of the things I pointed out. Sophie texted me and she was like, "Hi, it's the lowest," because I was like the only person that had fucking seen it because it had such a limited run when it first came out. And I texted her back. I was like, "The music is so crazy," and she thought I was
Yeah.
talking about ASAP Rocky. And
Right.
but like, but I know I went. The score is so
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The scoring choices in the movie are bizarre, categorically bizarre, very strange. Somebody on Twitter called it MMORPG music. I think that is
Yeah.
really apt.
Yeah, I agree. And I saw the same tweet and I was like, that is spot on.
While watching the movie, I was so I don't know if I like it or not. It's a very strong choice. It is certainly not how I would have scored the movie. It's because he's like sitting on the train and then there's just like video game music like just playing
Yeah.
like like and it's like okay, that's it's so bizarre and I don't dislike it, but it's like it's so weird. And I
Yeah.
think it's I'm happy they did it, I guess, because it's
Yeah.
like it's something I had not considered before. What
It's
do you guys think about the
really like
score?
it's
Yeah.
really noticeable during the first like 40 minutes of the movie when like everything about the movie is kind of like weird and strange and you're like what exactly is going on here? I think like you get a little bit more like into it in the back half, with just everything going on in the story. But like the first like 30-40 minutes of the movie, all I could think about was the score. I was like, it stood out
It's
so much.
distracting. Yeah, yeah.
It's
Um,
awesome. Oh,
yeah, no, I like it.
that one scene that's floating around with Denzel going on the train is so fucking funny. I
Yeah,
don't know. It's singular. I don't know. I think it's
Yes.
really fun. The Denzel is like very like Jay-Z with his fucking Yankees hat on, and it's like
yeah,
the music's playing. It reminded me, I kept thinking of The Taking of Pelham 123, which is the Tony Scott, another remake with Denzel, and it's just Denzel with it's a lot of trained New York Denzel stuff. I kept thinking about that because it's very similar in that way. But yeah, I don't know, the score and the ASAP Rocky stuff is really bizarre. Like intentionally, it feels like I don't know, even like there's a one scene where he's trying to remember the music like in the hospital. It's
yeah,
just that's such a I don't know. I don't really entirely have like concrete thoughts other than like it's so fascinating. I really like I was watching the movie, I was like, this is so different in a way that I'm interested in. And I think I enjoyed it. I do. And I think like Kevin said, like it's Spike and Denzel are in control and
yeah,
it's bizarre, but it's also a good time. And I think that's kind of where the score leads for me, where I'm like, this is so interesting. And I kind of rock with it a lot
yeah,
because of how like it's I wouldn't have expected that to be how that was scored in a way that isn't yeah, I don't know. It wasn't really like distracting in a way of like this is throwing me off because the rest of the movie is so in that it just feels like that whole montage sequence when there's like the chase and the drop of the money and all that stuff. It's just so and they're like changing like it goes from like there's like these film sequence like there's like these like film little camera like it there's like bizarre it goes super digital to these like film shots. um yeah, I don't know. There's just so much going on in it.
yeah.
Rick Fox is the coach of the
Rick Fox is there for some reason.
the guy's
I was
like
like, when I heard that he was in the movie, I was like anticipating that scene so much, and I was like, this is so fucking goofy, dude. I was like,
yeah,
why
yeah.
is Rick
Well,
Fox
I
in
didn't know, and then I like because I just he appears, and I'm like, is that Rick? Because I haven't seen Rick Fox in a while. I'm like, is that Rick Fox? And then they're like, oh, Coach Fox. I was like, oh, he's
Yeah.
just
No,
Rick
yeah, he
Fox
plays
in the movie.
himself, but it's also like not himself. It's weird. They
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I,
yeah.
I think they like use his name, but he's like playing not Rick Fox at the same time.
It's
It's
yeah,
silly. What
awesome.
did you guys think about the musical performance to end the movie? The like audition in front of Denzel for his new record label.
I don't like that song. I don't I that was also very like, oh, Spike Lee's an old ass
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
It's
also the whole song.
Yeah. Well, it's strange because it's like one of those things. This isn't exactly the same, but when you watch a lot of like movies that are about music or like about musical artists, and it's like actors playing like a famous rock band or something, and it's like part of the story. Like for example, if you're watching a movie and part of the story is like this is the biggest rock band in the world, then like when they sing a song in the movie, you have to feel like you're watching one of the biggest rock bands in the world or the
Yeah.
movie doesn't work. So it's kind of like in that same thing where it's like if he's auditioning this person for his new record label and the reaction is going to be positive, you have to like believe that the performance is worthy of the reaction. Um, so I don't know. I didn't have like a strong opinion of it, but at the end I was just like, oh, I kind of expected maybe something else for like the person to be like trailblazing his new record label. I'm not sure. And it's
Yeah.
weird because it's like kind of a like he's like very like anti like rap music. Like obviously ASAP Rocky is like
Mhm.
one of the main characters, but it's like he's the villain, and then like he doesn't want to like sign this like hot rapper, but he does want to sign this singer at the end of the movie. And I don't know. I think that's another strange choice.
Yeah, no, we needed to get fake Mink in the movie. We needed a Netspend cameo. We needed no, we needed to teach Spike about what's going on in the world.
Yeah, well, I think the point is, I think it would be a much different movie if you knew what was going on. The only other things I have written down that I wanted to mention, did you guys have opinions about Dean Winters as a cop? He's mayhem in the
Well,
Allstate commercials.
distracting because they make a joke about it later in the movie.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was fun. I thought it was distracting before they made the joke about it. I'm like, it's kind of, and it's fun. I feel bad because I was looking at his filmography and I was like, this guy's actually in a lot of movies. And he's also like a big TV actor, which again, like, oh, I mean, I'm not watching the
Yeah,
shows
yeah.
that he's in, but it's just funny that he's in so
What's
much
what's a
stuff.
show
And
that
I
he's in?
still, well, he plays a detective in Law and Order SVU, I believe.
Oh,
So that's like,
that's a big show.
I know, and that's what I mean. So I'm like, he has done that part already in like a
Yeah.
major show, and still when I'm watching the movie, I'm just like, that's the guy from the Allstate commercials, and it makes me feel like such an asshole because I'm like, he is at the end of the day like still an actor, a working actor
Sure.
who is in like real stuff, and I'm just like, man, why is Mayhem from the Allstate commercials just like prominently on my
Well,
screen?
that's just like the power of marketing. That's like just an incredible marketing campaign.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
all the like insurance commercials have just like for like are gonna live in our brains forever. It's kind of hard to.
No, you do that, you're that forever. That was just kind of how it is.
Yeah. He probably
Yeah,
got paid.
it's
I mean,
tough.
he's like,
No, I
yeah,
mean he's
he's probably
fine
chill. Yeah.
financially,
No,
but
I mean, yeah, he's
that's the
definitely.
trade-off right there.
Yeah, I'm looking at the cast of Law
And
and
he still
Order
got to be in a
SVU.
Spike Lee movie.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
in a Spike Lee movie.
You just think about
there's
him differently, that's all.
there's a lot of people in this cast. There's a lot of people on Law and Order SVU. He's not like a main character, but
Okay.
he still, you know, he still plays a detective.
Hey,
So
we have a friend that's in Law and Order SVU. That's not a main character.
sure. I'd imagine Dean Winters is featured a little bit more prominently than our friend, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's I was gonna ask about just like some of the big scenes in the movie, the Puerto Rican Day Parade, the
Oh, that was
train
great.
chase, also like towards the end.
All the train stuff I really liked.
Yeah.
It's
I thought
interesting.
that was all good.
A lot of the stuff that's like super similar to the original movie is almost tough because it's like it's all a little bit worse.
Sure.
Like the train chase and stuff
Yeah.
like that, where it's like no like being a fan of the Akira Kurosawa movie and being like, oh, I'm seeing this plot beat that is exactly how it is in the old movie, and it's like,
Sure.
yeah, it's different. It's
I
like,
did
you
still
know,
like seeing like
yeah.
Denzel catch him. I was like, it's pretty sick when Denzel catches ASAP Rocky and just knocks him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Puerto Rican Day Parade stuff was like a real.
Anthony
I thought
Ramos
that-
comes
Yeah,
out.
Yeah, I
Anthony
just
Ramos
shows up.
playing
Yeah.
Anthony Ramos also.
Yeah,
It's so funny.
that was no.
Like,
I mean, that
'cause,
whole
like,
scene I thought was
why
really
not?
good.
What the heck?
Yeah,
the heck not?
Why
Yeah,
not?
why not? Put him in there. Anything else you guys want to say about highest to lowest?
That's ASAP Rocky song Trunks. Not great. Not a
Oh.
great track. Oh, I'm still I'm
don't
excited.
agree.
I'm excited for his album that was supposed to come out 2 years ago, but don't love that song. I mean, it's fine, but it's like this is very much like a song written for a movie, right? Like,
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I like the scene where it gets like super skinny and they're like he's like it's like the Joker fucking Batman scene.
Yeah.
When he's like talking to him through the screen.
Oh,
And it like
guys,
the screen gets like so small.
yeah, no, thank you for bringing that up. I love that might be my favorite moment in the movie is the aspect ratio change to where it
Yeah.
gets so wide. Like, it's
It's
insane.
so wide.
That was crazy. That's that's
And
cool.
it's kind of
Yeah.
like a long like scene. Like we're like sitting in this aspect ratio for quite a while.
No, that was
It
really
is so
cool.
skinny.
Yeah.
That stuff is cool. And then it like gets to like there's like a fucking music video. I keep saying like gifs of Denzel and that fucking
Yeah.
like
No,
he's
I
like
like that too. I like
levitating.
that whole ending. I really like quite a bit. They really fleshed that out way more than in the Akira Kurosawa movie. That scene's incredible, But like they put a lot more meat on it in this one, because the characters have like a relationship, like in this
Yeah.
one,
Right.
and yeah,
Good movie though. Highest to
yeah,
lowest.
I like it. I like
Yeah.
it. It's not.
Young
It's
felon.
low key.
Young felon.
It's my least favorite. That's also like an old person's idea of a
It's
rap
such a
name.
crazy fucking
Um,
Right.
it's my least favorite Spike Lee movie I've seen, but I
Okay.
still like it quite a bit.
I think that's that. What's the list look like?
Like, okay, yeah, so we got the greatest movie of all time, right? And then we got yeah, so we got what's it called?
What is-
The book
What?
What is he?
the
What is he referring to?
I
The
don't know.
greatest movie of all time. Do the Right Thing.
yes, Do the Right Thing. Thank
Okay.
you.
I
Do
was.
the
I
Right
mean,
Thing.
I was like,
I
it
was.
could have been Malcolm X.
I was hoping. Yeah, I was hoping that's what he's talking about. But I'm like, also, yeah, Malcolm X is also like one of the greatest movies.
I haven't
of all
seen Malcolm
time,
X. I need to watch Malcolm X.
So,
But yeah, it's like Do the Right Thing, Bamboozled,
sure.
the one where
Black
Adam Driver
Klansman.
says the N-word.
Yeah.
Those are all really good.
They
That
are
might be
all really good.
that might be the only ones I've seen actually. Is that crazy?
That's not crazy, but then I also don't think it's crazy for you to say that highest to lowest is your least
Yeah, if
favorite.
you've only
if
seen
that's
like
the list.
5, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It might, you know.
There's
I'm,
I wanna
probably,
see
I'm
I wanna
assuming
see
there are
She Hate
worse
Me.
movies.
That's the one I really want to see. I want to see She Hate
Yeah, that's
Me.
probably
yeah,
his
I have
best
to watch
movie.
that one. Highest to lowest might be my least favorite too, to be honest. But I love every one that I've seen.
Here's my
Um,
recommendation if you're listening to our podcast. My recommendation is to watch Bamboozled because that movie is sick.
Yeah,
Um,
that movie's
and
great.
yeah,
That
me,
movie's
Kevin, and Owen watched that together, like the three of us
like
just
7
together
years ago.
randomly, like yeah, like 8 years ago, and it was sick.
Yeah.
Um,
And if you're somebody who has seen all of the popular Spike Lee movies and you're perhaps interested in something else, he has this documentary, When the Levees Broke, that is a 4-hour documentary that fucking rocks. It's so good. I have to watch some of his other documentaries. That's the only one I've seen, but underappreciated part of Spike Lee is that he's done a number of documentaries that people don't really talk about. That movie rocks. Yeah, Bamboozled rocks too. Spike Lee's cool. Thumbs up.
Michael Rappaport? Yeah, thumbs
Yeah,
up.
Michael that's
Yeah,
probably not who
playing
you should.
himself.
Yeah, playing himself. Literally, he was
Playing
an evil
himself,
guy in
yeah.
that movie, an evil racist.
I think he kind of does that in like everything that he's in. No, I feel like the only
he's
acting
really good
he
at
does
it.
is when he plays himself. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, that's highest to lowest. If you like listening to us talk about that, you can like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Rate the episode on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and follow us at all of the links in the description. We've got news, and I've also kind of thrown in here a curveball with the Venice Film Festival winners, and then because we're kind of getting into the fall festival season, I pulled up the very much shifting Oscar odds so that we can talk about them a little bit, since we haven't done that on the podcast all year. Venice Film Festival winners is where we will start, because there was some controversy and some rumors that we won't really talk about because we don't know how valid any of them are.
I have no idea what happened, so I'm interested.
Oh, do you not?
No. Yeah, I have no
Okay,
idea what happened.
so apparently so I don't know exactly how it works for Venice, but I think the vote, if the president wants to overrule the majority, he can. And the president of the voting committee this year was Alexander Payne.
Fucking devil.
Not a great guy. I'm not sure why they picked him, but anyway. So the rumor, we'll get to the winners, but one of the big movies of the festival was The Voice of Hind Rajab, this Palestinian film about a real Palestinian girl who was murdered, and it got the longest standing ovation in any film festival's history, and people really assumed that it would win the top prize. And the rumor behind the scenes, after a press conference before the film festival where Alexander Payne didn't want to talk about Palestine, the rumor is that behind the scenes, he did not want to award the movie, and that he overruled the vote so that it would not get the top prize. Now, there's no way for us to prove that this rumor is true. This is just like internet talk.
What did win?
So the Golden Lion
Yeah.
for the best film of the festival, and this was also a huge surprise. Father, Mother, Sister, Brother, the Jim Jarmusch movie, which
Oh, okay.
did get good reviews at the festival. I think it was like the second highest scored movie at the festival. But the online chatter about it on Twitter, and especially when it won the Golden Lion, was a bunch of people being like, "How the fuck did this
Yeah.
win?" It was like a big surprise to at least everybody on the internet. Although the critics at the festival seemingly
I'm
liked it
excited for it.
a lot. I mean, so am I. I think I'm gonna like it, but people were really disappointed. I saw a couple people posting like, and again, I don't know any of these people, but I saw a couple people posting like screenshots of all the movies they saw at Venice, and this movie was like at the bottom of their lists. Like I saw a list with like 30 movies, and this was in last place, and I was like,
Yeah, I
God
don't trust
damn.
those guys.
I don't trust them either, but still,
Isn't
that's
this like kind of a weaker like festival season
I kind
in
of
terms of like how people are like reacting to stuff?
I guess I think this is like seeing what I've seen at these festivals. This is like, in terms of movies I'm excited for, the list is long.
Right.
Like I I
We're
really
also
like
like
a lot of
sick
these
and
movies.
twisted individuals though.
Sure,
Like
but I'm so
But
interested in a lot of the movies that are playing at Venice or that played at Cannes or whatever. Like I'm excited for a lot of the movies that are playing TIFF right now. We're not going
yeah,
to talk
yeah,
about
yeah.
that because we're still in the middle of TIFF. Maybe we'll
Yeah, fuck Tiff.
talk about that when it ends. But
we know a lot
yeah,
of people.
So many
yeah,
people
there
have
are a lot of
Tiff.
people,
I
and
know so many people have Tiff.
I was just saying this, and I was saying this to my girlfriend, and I don't know that this is like anything that we would ever consider, but I'm like, Toronto's not that far,
So
Toronto's
okay,
not that
okay,
hard
okay.
to get to, and the thing is, I was seeing some of the movies that are playing TIFF that are not playing New York, and I was like, I kind of wish I got to see those.
Yeah,
Like,
so TIFF is a bigger festival that does get like bigger movies than
yeah,
New York Film Festival. But the issue with TIFF in comparison to New York Film Festival, one is that uh
a
it's in
bunch
a
of our
different
friends are already
country.
in New York.
It's a
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's out of the
it's in a
country.
different country. And two, it's like um every movie that plays at New York Film Festival plays in like one city block of each other.
Yeah,
The screenings at TIFF are all across the city.
I
yeah,
forget
It's
who said it,
but
but they were like, it's like if you went to a film festival at the airport.
yeah,
Which
yeah,
is
yeah.
like looking ridiculous.
is Toronto a driver-friendly city? Probably not.
It's the same as New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't um sound like, well, because I was looking at it and I was like, I just went on vacation to Maine a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, the drive to Toronto is shorter than the drive I took to Maine. Not by much, it's by like 20 minutes, but it's still like the same distance pretty much. And I was like,
Yeah.
like I can just go to Toronto. But yeah,
Like,
if it's
yeah,
like,
going to Toronto, especially if we could get press passes,
yeah,
that would be the move. Going to
that would be
Toronto.
sick.
Yeah.
I do think this is like unrelated. And sorry, listeners of the pod, this is all probably boring, but I do think that next year we should at least attempt to try to get New York press passes because
Yeah, we probably
it
should
seems
have
like a
this
real
year.
possibility.
Kit Laser, friend of the pod, Chris, Kit Laser, he told me that we probably could if we just apply
Yeah,
with
I
our
know we
podcast.
probably should have. It was just
Yeah.
I think if we just weren't doing a lot of other things before
Yeah,
it,
we'll get on top of it this next year for festivals
Yeah.
we
to see
probably
what
should have
was
done that,
possible.
worked on
Because
that.
if I have the free time next year and I live right here, I'm like, why wouldn't I just go to all of the screenings early and see like 40 movies at New York, like with the
Yeah.
press pass? I'm like, that would be so much better. But anyway, that's a problem for next year. Other winners at Venice, besides for Father, Mother, Sister, Brother, the Grand Jury Prize, which is like the runner-up award, the second place award, went to The Voice of Henry Job, which is why I'm like, I don't know. It's weird because I feel like if he was gonna like, if what the rumors are behind the scenes are true, I feel like he would not even want it to get the second place prize, but
Right.
it still did. And I'm not defending Alexander Payne, who's
How does the
not a great
veto
dude,
work?
but
Yeah,
Like,
this is
can he,
I
can he just,
so
can he
I
just
so
do it
the
every time? He just-
no, so the vote, I don't know exactly like what the voting process is
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
but I think my understanding is that there's only like, it's either like 5 or 7 people voting. It's like a really
Okay.
small group of people. And Fernanda Torres was one of the people. Oscar nominee last year, Fernanda Torres was one of the people, and the rumor is that she like left the festival because she was fighting with Alexander Payne, being like, this is wrong. And then she ended up being back at the festival, so people were like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe that rumor's not true. But apparently the rumor is that behind the scenes, her and Alexander Payne were arguing, and he like
Luca
pissed her
Guadagnino
off
is gonna make
by
a movie about this in 10 years.
But regardless of whether it's 5 or 7 people, I don't know. But I think if you're the president, if you're in Alexander Payne's position, you only need one other vote along with yours to overrule the majority, which is like,
I guess that makes I don't think that's a crazy, like, rule. I don't think it's ridiculous in
it's not a
theory,
crazy rule. It
but
does sort of defeat the point of the panel. It's like at that point, if only one person needs to vote for you, like you might as well just have the president pick the
sure.
pick the
Yeah,
move. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
like I don't know. If you don't need the majority, then you might as well just be the one
That is
picking
true, like,
who
what is the
wins.
point of the panel then and not just having the
Yeah,
president pick? Yeah, I guess
yeah.
that's right, yeah.
I don't know. It's a little bit strange, but I don't even know if that's how the vote went down.
How did they pick the president?
That I don't know how they
Just,
do
like,
like, I
Dennis
don't think
just
I can.
picks
How do they pick the
Alexander
jury at
Pan, like,
Cannes?
what's up, man?
It's probably like a long process. The board probably like considers I don't know, like people who are influential in the arts, and they're just like whatever. I don't know.
Because Alexander
Yeah.
Payne is pretty random, but also who was the president last year at this last year at Cannes? It was also like it was Halle Berry, wasn't it?
No, I thought it was a director.
Who was the president? Halle Berry was a part of the jury. Who was the jury like lead?
Juliette Binoche
Juliette
was the jury
and
president.
Hong Sang-soo was there. It was
Yeah, I mean
like-
Juliette Binoche is kind of a cool pick. Like I'm like that's that.
But
makes
it's also
sense.
like
it's so random.
also random. Yeah,
Sure,
right,
yeah,
like,
but it's like
yeah,
but they're picking
yeah.
people who are like established. in the
Sure, it's like
arts,
it's not like we
huge
don't know who they are. It's just very
actors
like
and
I don't.
directors.
It just okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's some.
Is it like
process
jury
behind the
duty?
scenes.
It's like
Yeah,
every-
you're like on a
once you
list.
get enough street cred, you
Credits,
got like
yeah.
put on the fucking
Yeah,
list,
Hong Sang-soo got a letter and was like, "You have Cannes jury duty."
Yeah.
It does feel like that. It does feel like he was kind of like just there because he was like they said you have to be there.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure. How do you know that? He could have had a great time.
He probably did
Like,
have a great time. Yeah, he
yeah,
probably
he probably-
shot a movie while he was there in between screens.
Yeah, you're gonna see a Halle Berry, Hong Sang-soo movie.
Yeah.
come out
To be
next
fair,
year.
it is probably fun to be on the jury. Like that's probably a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, it's
all
probably
of
no.
the
I think like especially at Cannes, which is not what we're talking about, but like I feel like they took their job super seriously and had a great time because it was
Yeah.
like Jeremy Strong and them, and they made up that special award just for Resurrection, right?
Right.
Yeah. So like
Like it seems like a good time. Anyway, some of the other winners. Silver Lion for Best Director goes to Benny Safdie for The Smashing Machine.
this is the only thing I saw that's
apparently-
really cool.
Yeah,
Apparently he
apparently
hates his
did
fucking
not
brother.
thank his brother in the speech, which is something that people
Awesome.
are talking. I think I didn't watch the speech or see a transcript of it, but I think the reason why people are mentioning it is because he like mentioned other members of his family in
Yeah.
the speech, but not his brother, which is pretty crazy.
I wonder what happened between. We'll never know, and it's parasocial, I guess. But like, it's
No,
like
I hope
Yeah,
they
you
like
do have to be
fight.
curious a little bit.
because they were like obviously best friends, you know.
Yeah.
And then, but then I guess it had to have to. I guess like there was that scandal, right, with the guy. Yeah.
With
I don't
the
know.
guy.
Well,
Yeah.
with the producer,
the guy who
the
used to
producer
date
on Emily
Ratajkowski. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh wow.
He was a
Yeah.
producer on Good Time.
Anyway, special jury prize goes to Below the Clouds, Gianfranco Rosi. Best screenplay. I'm not going to say the title of this in the native language, but the English title is At Work. The Volpe Cup for Best Actress goes to Jin Jai Lee. I hope I said that right. The Sun Rises on Us All. The Best Actor award goes to Tony Servillo for La Grazia. And what else? The award for Best Young Actor goes to Luna Welder for Silent Friend. That's a movie that was on my most anticipated list at the beginning of the year. And I think that's it. Oh, and then the debut film award to Short Summer. But those are the winners. I wanted to, in addition to talking about the Venice winners, look at some of the updated Oscar odds and see who is falling and rising in some of these categories. Starting with Best Picture. And I think Doug and I talked off pod about Oscar odds, but when we did it, I was looking at combined odds. This time I'm just looking at the expert odds, which I think
Okay.
are a little bit more accurate, I would assume. But who's to say? Uh, Biggest riser in Best Picture, it looks to be, or maybe not biggest riser by percentage, but relevant riser. Hamnet has jumped 24% up to number one on the Best Picture
I
list.
okay, I don't know. I don't remember exactly. I feel like I said Hamnet was going to win Best Picture in
I
like
think you said it was going to
December.
be. Yeah, maybe you did say it was going to win.
I feel like I
I
did.
feel like
Maybe
you
I
said it was
did.
going to be nominated, but
But I feel like
um,
I was like so like this movie's gonna be a fucking nuclear bomb and everybody's going to love it and it's gonna be a really big deal. And I it's been true so far. Um,
yeah, no,
it
it's.
also
I mean,
looks really good.
it does
It
look
looks
really
really
good,
good.
and you will be seeing it in some of these other categories as risers as well. Second on the Best Picture rankings now, in a 4% rise, is Sentimental Value. Third, Sinners dropped down 3% to third. I don't think that's a very significant drop. I think it's probably still very relevant in the Best Picture race, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Another 3% drop that is sadly probably still relevant in the Best Picture race. Wicked for Good is in fourth place.
I can't wait, man. I
This
can't wait for Wicked too.
this is an interesting one, a movie that is coming out pretty soon. A 31% increase to fifth place for One Battle After Another.
Um, interesting.
It's in
Not
Fortnite.
totally
Well,
surprised. I'm
it's
like,
because
I
yeah,
guess,
because the Fortnite skins came out.
yeah. Right. I'm not totally surprised. I'm just like the buzzy, awards movies right now are movies playing at like Venice or wherever, and it's like One Battle After Another is like on its way to its theatrical release and like also projecting to underperform. But I
Well,
guess
it's because of the Fortnite skins and because of
yeah,
the Chinese poster was released, so that's
Mm,
what made the
right.
rise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
these are important. 9% rise in sixth place is Begonia. 11% drop in seventh place is Marty Supreme. 13% rise in eighth place is Springsteen, Deliver Me from Nowhere. 4% drop in ninth place is Jay Kelly. And then in 10th place, the biggest riser by percentage, 40% rise to 10th place for Catherine Bigelow's A House of Dynamite, which is also
Getting a
Sure.
lot of
getting
love.
really good
Oh,
Yeah.
reactions.
Jay Kelly's not gonna get nominated, bro.
Yeah, I think Jay Kelly's going to fall out of that group.
Yeah.
Just to highlight some other risers outside of the top 10 in Best Picture. It was just an accident, 14% up to number 11. Frankenstein, 19% drop to 12. Rental
Frankenstein is
Family,
not getting
15%
nominated also.
drop.
Frankenstein
Uh,
is getting like crazy hate. They're
no Other
saying
Choice,
They're
movie's
saying it's his
bad.
worst movie.
13%.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they are saying it's bad. No Other Choice, 13% rise to 16th place. And those are the significant ones for now. Like the Smashing Machine, 6% rise to 18th place. It was previously
I
at
think the Smashing
0%, I
Machine
think.
will be nominated.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
I'm surprised it didn't jump up higher. He just won that's like it won a really
Yeah.
major award at Venice.
Yeah,
And
well, we're
Dwayne
gonna
is
talk
out there saying
about.
like, "I'm back. I'm a real artist now.
No,
None of that
Dwayne is
more
out there
kitty
saying
shit."
like I'm
He
making
used to be
movies
on the
for
Dwayne Batista diet. He's like all slim
We'll
and
talk
shit.
about that with Best Actor, but also Avatar jumped up 5% to 14th place. It's still in the
if
mix.
that's not nominated, I'm gonna
Yeah, well,
do
you
something
have to
drastic.
we have to think about like what's gonna get knocked out, and it's like, yeah, it could be Sinners, sadly.
I think Sinners probably will.
It,
That's the thing. People always do this when a movie comes out at the beginning of the year that's really good. They're like, "Oh my god,
yeah,
it's gonna
and then
win
it
Best
just drops
Picture,"
as the year goes
and it's
on.
like,
Yeah.
bro, it's
I could see. It'd be interesting if the Smashing Machine gets in the top 10 and Marty Supreme drops out. Um, yeah, Springsteen hopefully doesn't get nominated, but what can
It
you do?
will.
Yeah, Jay Kelly's probably going to drop out. I would not be surprised. This is like a crazy prediction that I don't think is actually going to happen, but I'm like, what if there's actually a good pool of nominees and they don't nominate Wicked?
it's
You know?
possible,
Because
but
I'm
they
thinking
will.
about it and it's like Wicked was nominated for a lot, last year, but didn't win a lot. And it's
You
like, it's just like it's just like a craft movie.
There's
But
too
I
many
think there's
people
too
in the
many.
academy. There's too many people. Like
Yeah.
all of the people that are in crafts, they like Wicked. That's like their favorite movie of the
Yeah.
year. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
There's too many people in there.
Anyway, best director, 6% drop, but still holding on to first place is Ryan Coogler for Sinners. But tied for first place with a 14% rise is Joaquin Trier for Sentimental Value. 38% rise for third place, Chloe Zhao for Hamnet. 14% rise for Jafar Panahi for It Was Just an Accident into fourth place. 13% drop for Yorgos Lanthimos holding on to fifth place, and then some other
Call it.
notable people in
Call
the
it right,
mix.
Kevin. Who's winning best director?
Wins.
Yeah.
Joaquin Trier, I think.
Joaquin Trier. Okay,
I don't know.
it.
Well, okay. Here's my thing. It's like if Hamnet Hamnet's like dominant, I could see it, but I could also see
think it will
Hamnet being
be.
the best picture and only winning like 4 total, and then like other things.
She really directed
because I think Sentimental Value will be
Chloe
as
Zhao's
well
gonna come-
liked.
Chloe Zhao's gonna go on the campaign being like, I broke out of the fucking MCU slave vortex and made the greatest movie of all time. And she's
No, but
gonna
it's
win
also
Best
like
Director.
can we look at best who are the best director winners in the past however many years? Sean Baker won last year, right?
Yes.
That was like he was owed one, like major. He got
Yeah, but it's like, okay, I don't know. I just think first of all, Chloe Zhao just won an Oscar for Best Director 5 years ago.
Yeah, do we not remember 5 years ago, bro? What's his name?
Nomadland.
Inarritu won back to back.
Yeah, but there's this like conversation that we've been having every year now that the European branch of the Oscar voting is going to have a significant impact.
JT.
And
who's a famous European man? William Shakespeare.
My point is like it's not represented here in the recent Best Director winners: Sean Baker, Christopher Nolan, the Daniels, Jane Campion, Chloe Zhao.
Goodness. What happened to the Daniels?
They're working on something.
They're doing something. Well, they had to do that Marvel show.
They had to do, and they did Star Wars.
Yeah.
Anyway, my point is, if that European branch is going to come through and Sentimental Value is as well liked as it seems to be, I could see this being the year that a non-American director, or not non-American, I guess Nolan just won and he's not American, but you know what I mean. Like
he makes American movies. He works
in Hollywood.
He works at McDonald's.
Non-Hollywood director wins Best Director. I could see it. Okay. The Best Acting categories. Best Actress, 3% rise, still holding on to first place, Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. Second place, 3% rise. Actually, I guess tied for first place with Jessie Buckley is Renata Reinsva for Sentimental Value. So that's a two-person race. Third place, only 1% rise, Cynthia Erivo for Wicked. 32% rise into fourth place for Emma Stone for Begonia. Some big drops, but holding on to fifth place is Rose Byrne for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. A 19% drop and probably will continue to drop in sixth place, Julia Roberts for After the Hunt.
After the Hunt's getting 0 Oscar nominations. Call this one, Kevin. And call this one.
There's some risers that are worth mentioning that aren't in the 5 right now, but that are important. In eighth place, 12% rise from 0% to now 12%. Sydney Sweeney for Christie.
That's not happening. I rebuke this.
Fucking
guys,
bro,
I'm just going
Scooter
off what
Braun
I've seen.
Fucking called the number, bro.
Bro, the reactions.
He fucking put the fucking shit in.
The reactions
did call the number. Sydney, I don't want to be. Yeah, she's very smart.
I'm just saying the reactions are making it look like that is a possible Oscar.
Is that coming out like this week? What's going on?
It's coming out soon, I think. Another notable one.
There's not even a poster.
No, there's not even. I don't think there's anything, but it will be coming out. Big drop, 30% drop from 35% to only 5%. Jennifer Lawrence for Die My Love seems to just like have completely.
I'm so
Because
excited.
the movie wasn't received that well, I guess, and
So
like,
good. But, well,
Fuck 'em,
like I
but
don't know. It's a Lynn Ramsey movie. What do people expect?
yeah, I do think she could find herself back in that conversation because she's Jennifer Lawrence. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, that's those are notable. I'm gonna be honest. I would guess that Sydney Sweeney gets into the 5, like as of right now. But that's a great.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
mean,
I don't.
Trump loves
She's not
her.
gonna win.
Scooter
I
Braun
do
loves
think.
her.
I do think if I was predicting right now, I'm going Jesse Buckley.
Dating Scooter Braun is so evil, bro. That's like
Yeah,
so
I also put that in the
actually like
news. That was
They
gonna be.
met at Jeff Bezos' wedding.
no, it's like she's doing everything she can to sell her soul to the devil for it's like
Yeah.
it's insane.
No, it's
Um,
actually
It's like,
crazy.
oh,
Doug, to answer your question, I'd pick Jesse Buckley. That's my prediction if I'm predicting it right now.
Cynthia Erivo.
That's crazy.
I'm reading the tea
That's
leaves. Cynthia Erivo.
It has to be Jesse Buckley or Renata Reinsva. But
I hope it's Jessie Buckley's like my favorite
Reinsva.
actress, so I hope it's
yeah, I
Jessie
know
Buckley,
you love
but
her.
yeah.
Owen, what's your prediction?
Well, yeah, I guess Reinsva. I don't know. Because I talked to Teague and he was like, "That's Skarsgård's movie," which is interesting. Because
Interesting.
you have
Like,
Elle Fanning and so it's I don't know. It's weird without seeing it. Obviously, Jessie Buckley seems like to be probably. I feel like she's maybe more in that movie.
Well,
but
she's the main character. of
exactly. That's what I'm
Hamlet.
saying. But it's like, yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
It's tough to say if it's more. But I haven't seen Sentiment about
Yeah.
him. So
Okay, here's our best actor group. In first place with a 5% increase is Jeremy Allen White for the Springsteen movie. In second
someone
place,
needs to change the name because the Jeremy's fucking confused me. I can't do it.
in second place with a 4% increase is Timothy Chalamet for Marty Supreme. In third place with a 4% decrease is Michael B. Jordan for Sinners. In fourth place with a 3% increase is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
He's coming for it.
He's
coming
and-
for it. He's
coming
fucking
for it. He's
And
coming for it.
flying up the list into fifth place with a 20% increase is Paul Mescal for Hamnet.
Yeah, I honestly think it's going to be. It's again. This is so much too. We haven't seen any of these movies. Way too early to call. I think it's going to be just like from vibes, and like how I think it's going to be a The Rock Paul Mescal race. I think it's going to be between them. Is that crazy?
I want to see those guys in a room.
Boys.
No, I don't think so. Okay, my thing with Jeremy Allen White is like, how
I
the
guess
fuck is
Dwayne Johnson is also.
How the fuck are they gonna give it to Jeremy Allen White after not giving it to Timothy Chalamet?
exactly? That's what exactly
Yeah.
how like that's ridiculous. That's too
That's
ridiculous.
fucking
It can't happen.
evil.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be between The Rock and Paul Mescal.
I just wonder if I think Paul Mescal might run into the same problem that you were just explaining for Renata Reinsva, where it's like just going to be Jesse Buckley's movie.
Yeah, but he's playing William Shakespeare.
Sure, but I'm
Like a
just
big-
saying,
I don't know,
like,
it's a big
think,
deal,
I think
like-
it's going to be one of those things where it's like they
Yeah.
award
Yeah.
her,
Yeah,
you know,
but he isn't the main character, so
That's
he might run
that's
into
such
a
an
problem.
awesome
Like,
thing to be like win the award as.
Yeah,
Paul
Yeah,
Mescal as
that'd be so
William
sad.
Shakespeare.
and the streets are kind of
So
turning on
awesome.
Paul Mescal a little bit.
they're calling him old and chopped.
I'm never leaving. Okay, that is my
There's-
guy.
Yeah, it's
Streets-
because
That
it's
is
the
my
damn
favorite
Beatles.
actor.
The Beatles movie really tanked his stock a little.
No,
Yeah.
that is my.
For instance,
that is
if
my
you're
boy.
Paul Mescal, it's like you're not saying no to the Beatles.
Sure. Yeah.
But
He's gonna win his Oscar
also-
in 20 years for that fucking Linklater movie anyway.
yeah, probably that's
also
going to be so good.
notable riser in sixth place, although Paul Mescal just passed him. Jesse Plemons for Begonia is right on the outside.
Bro,
in sixth
Begonia looks so
place.
good. He looks
Yeah. Oh, and notable, I didn't even see this before. Notable drop, 47% drop. I think it's the biggest one I've said so far. George Clooney down to 10th place for Jay Kelly with a 47% drop.
Yeah, that
that's
makes sense.
crazy.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, but it's not
Jay
a
Kelly's
shot.
not getting nominated for shit, bro.
It's not a
Yeah.
shot.
Supporting categories: Ariana Grande 0%, staying in number one for Wicked. 13% drop into second place is Elle Fanning for Sentimental Value. This is one of the only things on all of these expert predictions that I am kind of shocked found its way on here. 10% increase into third place is Amy Madigan for Weapons. I
Bullshit.
don't think that's
not
happening.
That's not
I
Bull
happening.
fucking shit.
That's
bro.
not happening.
do not think that's happening.
These people don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah, that's I don't see it. Because there's also some notable people on the
This is
outside
like
of the top
are
five
the
that I-
experts they're polling the Real Talk podcast? Like what?
It's crazy. Don't say that. Did you guys? I know Owen tweeted about the Real Talks best movies.
Owen
of the century.
ratioed them.
I did.
Did you really?
Owen ratioed.
I don't know if I still. I just like
That's
it was a
funny.
time where I had like 9 likes and they had 0. It was I don't know what it's at anymore.
Well, shout out our pals at the Real Talk podcast.
No, shout out. Those are
Yeah,
my
shout
guys.
out the homies.
Number 4 is Inga Ibsdottir Lilius for sentimental value, 10% increase as well. 10% decrease into 5th place is Gwyneth Paltrow for Marty Supreme. And then some people who I would imagine are going to take that Amy Madigan spot that I don't
no
think
longer
is
ratioing them.
Tiana Taylor for One Battle After Another, 10% increase. 20% increase for Emily Blunt in The Smashing Machine. I think both of those people could probably very easily take that Amy Madigan spot. That doesn't seem
It
realistic.
would probably be Tiana Taylor.
Yeah. Well, I think Emily Blunt could find her way into the category too. I think both of them can. Gwyneth Paltrow, I could see falling out of it, and I could also see one of the sentimental value people falling out instead of getting both nominated. I don't know. Anyway, that's supporting actress. Supporting actor, number 1, like you hinted at, 3% increase for Stellan Skarsgård in first place for sentimental value. Small 1% decrease for Jeremy Strong in the Springsteen movie in second place. 16% decrease, but still in the race, Adam Sandler for Jay Kelly. And then Delroy Lindo is 4th for Sinners. And then a couple people battling it out for the 5th spot. And I think this is one of those things where the experts don't know what category certain people are going to be in, because 6th place in supporting actor is Paul Mescal for Hamnet again.
Yeah.
Sean Penn in 5th place, by the way, for One Battle After Another.
If you're Paul Mescal, we haven't seen the movie yet, but just like from you probably should run in supporting, right? It's probably the easier category.
I think you should run in lead.
You really? Okay.
I don't know. I haven't seen the movie, but if what you're saying about Stellan Skarsgård is true, and sentimental value is going to be a big movie, it might just be like a Kieran Culkin situation. Like he might just not have any competition the entire award season, and just win every single.
I'm so excited for Hamnet.
Yeah.
I need to see this movie so bad.
But I don't know. Maybe if Paul Mescal runs for Hamnet and supporting, then it becomes a race. I don't know. I guess we'd have to see the movie and see how prominent he is. And then those are all the big odds. If you guys care about screenplay, I'll just mention some of the big movers. One Battle After Another, again, 21% increase into 3rd place, 25% increase for Springsteen into 4th place. Hamnet decreased, but is still in 1st place. And then Best Original Screenplay, Sinners holding on to the number 1 spot. It Was Just an Accident jumping up. A House of Dynamite jumping up 25%. But yeah, those are the screenplay ones.
Where's Jay Kelly on the odds for screenplay?
Oh gosh, Jay Kelly is. Where is Jay Kelly? Can some? I was like blind. It is for original screenplay. It is in 3rd place right now. Okay. It only took a 1% drop. So maybe it's just a screenplay movie. What if Jay Kelly just gets like a
Noah Baumbach getting nominated for a screenplay? Who could have predicted this?
Whoa!
Yeah, I know.
Fucking.
I'm interested in the House of Dynamite screenplay, because that's one of those things where it's like, I wonder what that movie's deal is going to be. People are like really responding to it, but I know the politics of that movie could end up being really fucking weird. So I'm really curious about House of Dynamite. Oh, also listed in the odds, Best Animated Feature, 18% increase into 1st place for K-pop Demon Hunters. In case that matters. You guys didn't seem to.
No, I'm a big fan.
Information. Yeah.
So I'm processing that nuclear bomb you just dropped on my brain.
Anyway, just some regular news to get this out of the way. Jordan Peele's next movie was recently removed from Universal's 2026 release calendar, and it is now rumored that he does not have a script finished for the film.
What is he up to? What is he?
Yeah,
he's producing him. He's busy producing. Yeah. He's busy not getting the rights to weapons. He's busy being a producer. He needs to stop doing the James Wan thing.
Yeah,
producing is lame.
Do you see all the ads, like the even on the TikTok sponsor stuff for him, where it's like everybody's calling it Jordan Peele's him. Jordan Peele's new movie. That's what everybody's saying.
Mm. Yeah, well, that's been like something that's been going on since that movie got announced. It's I think it's stuck like that. I don't think you can really even do anything about it.
And even with like the weapons thing, where it was like, oh, Jordan Peele lost the rights to weapon. It was like, yeah, he lost the rights to produce it.
Producing it,
Yeah. Everyone was acting like he was gonna direct it.
yeah,
Right.
He wasn't going to direct the weapons.
Yeah.
Speaking of somebody who's not going to direct something, Fede Alvarez reveals he will not direct the Alien Romulus sequel. They're finding a different. I don't know if that's something to celebrate.
No, I know.
They may
Well,
just find
what happened
somebody
is they're gonna
worse,
get like some
yeah.
evil.
They're gonna get
fucking
somebody
director.
worse
It's gonna be like
somehow.
David
Yeah.
thing, so
Yeah.
and then
So I don't know about
it's gonna
that
be
one.
AI director.
Oh wait, that's a good idea.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like who's
Yeah.
who's that?
Who's that famous AI director?
No, like who's the
A24?
Susan Sarandon is not the person I'm trying to think of.
Okay.
Susan
Thanks for letting us know.
No, it's like it's another. There's an actress that like recently like got into like an AI like direction.
Poker
you're
Face. Poker Face.
Yeah,
yes.
What's her name?
We're bad at this.
Oh gosh,
this is
Natasha
embarrassing.
Lyonne.
Yes,
Natasha Lyonne.
Natasha Lyonne's Alien movie. It's AI.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's what my
I
prediction
don't
is.
I don't think that's what's gonna happen. My prediction is that the Alien Romulus sequel is bad. That's my prediction.
Safe prediction.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna be good. Okay, then we have a bunch of casting news to get through here. First one up. Charles Melton, Rachel Brosnahan, and Will Poulter will star in Saturn Returning at Netflix. It's a Chicago set romance exploring themes of love, loss, and life's complicated turns in the 10 years between college and the complicated realities of adulthood. And it's directed by Greg Quidar, the director of Sing Sing.
Sounds like a Noah Baumbach movie.
I learned there's another movie that was previously speculated as an awards movie. Train Dreams. You guys remember talking about this movie?
Oh,
I learned that he is also a writer on that movie, and him and his friend who directed it are like collaborating partners. So he wrote that movie with him, and then his friend directed it. His friend helped him write Sing Sing, and he directed it. So
he looks like
interesting. What?
No.
Okay.
I just didn't expect you to look like that.
Personally, I like Sing Sing a lot, and I would be very interested in watching a romance directed by the same guy starring Charles Melton and Rachel Brosnahan.
Oh, and what did you think about Sing Sing?
Didn't see it.
Interesting.
No.
Why is that?
Likely story.
Because I don't like with Greg.
Hey man, Greg's cool. Greg seems like a cool guy. I don't know. Just seeing that he co-wrote Train Dreams, I'm like, oh, that's interesting because people really like that movie too, and maybe he's just good at his job. Maybe he knows what he's doing. So that interests me. I'm assuming this one will interest you more. Pamela Anderson and Guy Pearce to star in indie musical Queen of the Falls from filmmaking duo Rania Adie and Daniel Garcia, described as a musical-infused tale about two lovers on the run.
Yeah, this sounds really jolly. It sounds really sick.
Those are things you like to hear.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. I can't believe we never talked about Pamela Anderson. Did we talk about Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson lying to us about?
Oh, what PR, that shit is that really pissed me off, man. That really ruined my day.
No, really,
I can't believe they did that. I mean, I just like
actually believed that. I was like, yeah, it makes sense that they're dating. Like that. Yeah, I was like, that's cool.
That was a really.
That was rude. That hurt Owen's feelings.
You can't
hurt my feelings too.
Do that to me.
It's like fucked up because it worked, you know?
Nothing is real anymore.
Usually when they do marketing like that, you're like, oh, this is like fucking stupid. I was like, I actually just believed it. I was like, yeah, that's cool. Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson are dating. Like,
it was great.
No, they're too old. That's the thing. They say like love has no age. It kind of does. They were too old.
Oh, is that true?
What?
Yeah, you don't date when you're 70.
What about
Bro, Meryl Streep? You're not 70.
Who's Meryl Streep dating? Martin Short.
Yeah, I think so because they're on.
Yeah, like in the building that together. Is NPR. That's real.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Martin Short. Listen, and maybe this is just like recency bias from watching a couple seasons of Only Murders in the Building, but he kind of annoys the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie. In general, a fine guy, but on Only Murders, I'm like, and you know what it is? This is a real nitpick, but he keeps winning awards over Steve Martin, and I'm just like, these are two different classes of comedian, you know? Like I just think Steve Martin is significantly funnier than Martin Short. Anyway.
Meryl Streep doesn't think so.
Yeah, and Meryl Streep apparently does not. Well, I think is Steve Martin married? See, what's his deal? I don't think
Steve
he's
Martin
single, is
gay?
he? Yeah, he's been married since 2007, so I don't think he would be dating Meryl Streep.
He's also 80 years old.
Yeah, and his wife is 53.
25.
So in 2007, what would that have been? I don't want to do that math. But...
Steven Spielberg wanted to direct a Call of Duty movie. Like, what's this about?
Whoa. Everyone involved is an idiot.
Steven Spielberg comes to you like, I want to direct. I'm like passionate about. It's like, what are you talking about? No.
Steven Spielberg said, "I love Call of Duty. I really want to do this." And they're like, "No."
Them turning him down is like the biggest fumble anybody has at like any studio.
I hate
has
these
ever
fucking.
made. It's, like,
I hate
shocking.
these fucking studio like AI slop IP and IP slop fucking things. They're like, we just really want to control the whole thing, actually. And there's not a single human on Earth that we would give control to. It's
yeah,
like, okay.
I mean, yeah. Let's imagine like a studio wants to make a Call of Duty movie, and then the guy that directed Saving Private Ryan is like, "Hey, let me make this Call of Duty."
Yeah, right.
Like, what do you
It's like
it's like
literally could not get lucky.
I just don't understand because, like, how could that go wrong?
Yeah.
That would not. There's
what
no
is there
way.
to be nervous about?
Steven
Like,
Spielberg directs Call of Duty is like a $3 billion fucking movie.
Well, the problem is, it's like also, yeah, it's also like if the movie is bad from like our perspective, it doesn't matter because from the studio's perspective,
yeah, I have no idea.
That's the most easily marketable. Like,
what were the things that he wanted to do that they were like, nah, like, you know, it's like he wants Final Cut.
I don't know.
Yeah, what
do you think editing of the Call of Duty movie?
I wonder if he had a pitch, like a loose pitch, where he was like, "Oh, I like Call of Duty. Like, I have an idea for it, right?" What could he have said that would have made them scared? Like what? Like
I literally don't know because it's just first of all, the appeal of like.
Was he like it's Call of Duty, but it takes place in Israel? Like, what is he? I mean, what possibly like?
Dude, Call of Duty would love that.
Which are there Call of Duty maps in Israel? There are, right?
Probably.
I have no idea.
Call of Duty
no idea.
Israel.
Probably there have to be actually. There's Call of Duty maps everywhere.
The Tel Aviv War, Call of Duty Wiki fandom.
Is that a?
That's what this says.
That's crazy.
That's what.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like,
yeah.
No, it's strange because it's like the appeal of like a Call of Duty movie for the average person who plays Call of Duty is literally like, unless they're worried that like he didn't want to stay true to a Call of Duty campaign story, and that's like their concern is like they want to like
do like a Modern Warfare 2 movie or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But it's like at the end of the day, the appeal I would think is just like a war movie. Like it's like I think any story they use, people would have been like, yeah, if you put Call of Duty's name on it, they're gonna go see it probably.
Bro, imagine like there's so many different ways you can take a Call of Duty movie that would be so successful, like broadly. Like they could do like a World War II zombie movie, they could do a Black Ops movie, they could do anything, bro. They could do an advanced warfare movie. People would like that. They could do they could do anything. They need, you know what they should do? They should do a Black Ops 1 campaign movie, and they should bring back Sam Worthington.
You're just looking for ways for Sam Worthington to get hired. You're just like, how can we keep this guy busy when Avatar's over?
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, speaking of World War II, our next piece of news, Jeremy Allen White is circling a role in Ben Stiller's Airman, described as a World War II survival tale with A24 in negotiations to land the package. Another A24 war movie, this time from Ben Stiller and Jeremy Allen White. Yeah, pretty rough combo of names and things going on.
Are we the most negative? Like, like for no reason anti Ben Stiller movie podcast.
It's not for no reason though. You
No,
know what
but
I
like
mean?
we
It's
haven't
for like a
seen
pretty valid reason.
we haven't seen Severance is what I mean though. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like
But I'm just not even interested in watching it because I don't know that there are like, and again, there is probably lots of art I consume from Zionists. There's not a guy
he says like
who makes it as
vocal.
much of his
Yeah.
personality as Ben Stiller. And so like yeah, okay, there are a couple guys who make it more their personality, I guess. But as far as guys who make relevant art, there aren't too many people as prominent of Zionists as Ben Stiller. So I don't really care. I'll keep shitting on him. It's fine, you know.
Yeah, it's fuck Severance. It looks bad.
Yeah, and fuck Severance. I mean, no, I'd probably like it to be honest. But
You would
I'll
love
never
that
find
shit.
out.
Bro, people were saying that shit looks like Terrence Malick, and I watched the clip and I was like, this looks like a TV show. This looks like a TV show. This doesn't look like Terrence Malick.
Yeah, well, you know, what can you do? Yeah, I don't really want to. I also don't care like what his vision of a World War II movie looks like. You know, that sounds like the most boring possible project you could think of. I'm not as negative about Jeremy Allen White as you guys, though. That's where we differ.
No, I mean Jeremy Allen White's fine, but also too many World War II movies. We gotta move on.
Yeah, there's so many wars.
Everything is World War II and everything is the 80s.
Yeah,
literally, yes. We have to move on.
What the fuck is going on?
Mark Rylance joins the cast of Luca Guadagnino's Artificial. This is a smaller little piece of news, but
this actually upset me. Because everything else, I was like, oh, this movie's gonna be fun. He's gonna scare the shit out of me in that movie.
He's so uncomfortable.
Like, he's gonna play the artificial intelligence.
Imagine he's just playing his Bones and All character, and he's just like in the corner of like the negotiation rooms. There's like a scene, and he kind of like hangs out.
And Don't Look Up, and in Don't Look Up, he's like playing like Elon Musk, like he's playing like a fucking rich guy. So if they just have him play like a fucking rich guy, he's just gonna talk, and he's gonna like,
you're gonna be like, what's this guy's deal?
I'm gonna be like unsettled by him.
Yeah,
and you know it might work in the movie, but it'll just like, you know, it's like a jump scare. I'm waiting to happen.
I wonder who's gonna play.
Yeah, well,
they
already. Yeah, he's gonna play some like tech guy that's gonna creep me out.
No, he is. Yeah,
he's like some slime ball.
I'm so excited for that. It's gonna be so good.
I am very excited for it as well. Angelina Jolie, Amy Lou Wood, and Jason Segel to star in Anxious People based on the novel by Frederick Backman. The story centers on a failed bank robber who takes a group of strangers hostage during an open house, leading to a chaotic situation where the hostages and the robber reveal their hidden truths and anxieties. This is a very popular book that was recommended to me by a friend, and I have the novel, but I have not read it, but it's on my shelf.
That's the girl really like this book. From what's that show? That big
Sex
show.
Education.
Yeah, Sex Education.
And The White Lotus.
Is she like in any movies?
Not really, but she will be soon. She was in that movie Living. That
she was in the
Criterion
Closet.
No, I don't know if you guys remember Living with Bill Nighy. It came out a couple years ago and was like an Oscar.
Oh, that's another remake of a Akira Kurosawa movie.
Yeah, it's a remake of Ikaru. Yeah. She was in that. She was like the second lead in that movie. But other than that, not really. But I really like her in both of the TV shows that she's featured in prominently. She's, I think, really talented.
What's the last movie Angelina Jolie was in?
Literally was in Maria, like last year.
Oh, fuck. Talk about cultural impact.
Isn't she in a new one, like the like snake or something?
What?
Like the serpent, or is that someone else?
I'm not sure. I know what you're.
We're not reading your mind, bro.
Oh no, I think it's someone else.
Yeah. Anyway, she's gonna be in this, I guess.
Oh, and she was in the Internals.
Yeah, sure. There you go.
Chloe Zhao.
I think I'm thinking of
full circle. Back to Chloe Zhao. Well, we're gonna go even more for full circle. The last piece of news you guys already spoiled was Sydney Sweeney and Scooter Braun are dating.
Man. Remember Glenn Powell? Good. I mean, Glenn Powell really. Good job. He got out of there, man.
Sydney Sweeney.
Holy. What's going on with her?
I was like a fan, I would say. Like I was like really optimistic about. Let me rephrase that. I was like optimistic about her career. I
was a fan.
It's also funny because a lot of like the rumors of her being like a Trump supporter or like conservative. A lot of people were like, "Oh, there's not really like much like You know,
Yeah,
like there's not much proof of this.
we're
Like this
pulling
is
at
like all just
strings here.
assumption. And then she has kind of just been like, no, I'm gonna make it obvious. She's like,
Well, it's like even beyond like her individual ideology, it's more like she's just like, I want to be really
she's adopted
famous.
that personality.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
I want
that
to
is
I
what
will
she's
appeal
famous
to
for
any
now.
base.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and now
and
she
Trump
no
winning
no now
really
it is
like
like
gave her that green light to just fucking go ham.
that's the base kind of is she's like our like she's just gonna be the big movie star for
Immaculate was a movie about abortions.
no yeah
Like
Yeah,
it's
and
like
now
well, that
she's
she's
came out
just
that
like
came out before Trump won.
yeah, it's like
that's-
yeah, exactly.
Everything's
She's
changed.
just yeah,
Everything's
everything's
changed.
changed. She
Sydney
really
Sweeney
is like
is like
trying to
MAGA.
sell her soul. Like she's like really that's
Yeah.
like the Scooter Braun thing. It's like, is she in love with Scooter Braun? Like it's just like it's so strategic, right? It's like so insane.
yeah
It's like evil.
Scooter
yeah I don't
Braun.
know it's weird
Scooter Braun has a
but
kid.
does he
Lots of people do.
yeah
He's a
that's
kid.
also true. That's our last piece of news. I don't yeah I didn't know if you guys wanted to say more about Sydney Sweeney.
I will say, like I'm selling my Sydney Sweeney stock, I think. I'm not gonna lie.
Just completely.
Yeah, I think I'm out. Like
You
totally.
think she's just gonna like? Do you think that the trajectory now is that coupled like what she's doing like as a personality coupled with picking worse projects in the future? Like, do you think that the quality of movies that she chooses to do are going to be worse?
Well, my thing is like she hasn't really been in anything good. My whole like the reason why I was so interested in her career was because like she was trying to leverage herself as like a producer, right? And like leverage her sex
Yeah,
appeal into her sex appeal as a producer into being like an interesting stuff, right? Into like
yeah,
controlling that. And it doesn't
yeah.
feel like
Like
that's
using
happening.
the money that could come with like making good movie.
Yeah,
Like she
like she was gonna do
good
the
movies would be box office successes.
like Barbarella, like,
Yeah,
like stuff like that, like something interesting and try and like become like like do like her like Marilyn Monroe thing, but like in her own way, you know?
yeah.
And that's it's not happening, dude. Is that she's
No,
in nonsense. Like this new movie that she's gonna win an Oscar for looks like nonsense, bro. Like she
yeah. Well,
yeah.
there's Doug's prediction. She's gonna win the
No.
Oscar.
No.
Okay, we can wrap up there. Next week, episode 132, we'll be talking about The Long Walk.
And we'll all be walking. We all agree that we're gonna be walking
Yeah,
the whole time.
we actually brought in. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna be standing during the podcast. We brought in some treadmills.
Yep.
We're ready to go. That's next week, episode 132. We will see you later. Bye.